Hello, hello, Basic Bakers. Welcome back to a fresh episode of the Cookie Chat. You are here with your two Basic Bakers. And again, we're going to let loose and keep it real. I am Melissa with Missy P Sweets, and I am here with my co host.
I am Chelsea with Rolling in the Dough AZ.
And let's see, let's hit the things real quick, right? So, Patreon, like and subscribe. We have an all new texting platform for our top tier patrons. 10 bucks a month. Yeah, 10 bucks a month. And we send you like tips and tricks and sales and things like that. And that's super fun. What else? Like and subscribe on YouTube so that you do not miss an episode. And, it's in the pipeline that it will be elsewhere outside of YouTube. It is, guys. We have not forgotten about it, but we run multiple businesses. So it will be there and we will shout it from the rooftops when it is officially happening. But it is a 2023 happening.
We're only 2 months in, so
I
I think we're
know.
doing pretty well.
I know. But for two type A people, but we're manifesting. It's going to happen. It
We
will.
are.
It will.
Slowly
It
but
will. It
surely.
will. We have, ladies and gentlemen, a fresh, baby-faced 33-year-old in the house.
Dun, dun,
Chelsea just celebrated her
dun.
birthday. As we are filming this, it was yesterday.
Yes.
Chelsea, how was your birthday, love?
It's good. I've learned the older you get, it's just like, I just want peace and
Hmm.
quiet and no one fighting, and I feel like my birthdays are pretty simple because I always ask for the same thing, like, my love language is acts of service. So
Mhm.
if, like, you could do something for me, that would eliminate off my plate.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if somebody just cleaned the house for me
Oh,
and,
yeah.
like, made me dinner where I didn't have to clean the kitchen, like, I
Oh, yeah.
simple.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I love stuff like that. So that was kind of my request this year, and then, of course, buy me anything that's a living plant, and I'll be happy. So which your plant Melissa got me this adorable, like, little vase that came with everything, like the seed, the soil, all of it, and it's your birthday month flowers, and they
Mhm.
started sprouting today.
That's so
I
exciting.
know.
Oh.
Carter, like, monitors them daily. She's like, "Oh my gosh, they're sprouts."
Oh, I love
So
that. I started watching, I don't know if you have watched them. They're on Magnolia Network, and it's this series called Masterclass.
mm-mm.
And so each episode she'll have like a professional baker like teach you about something, and she has like a plant expert, and then she'll have like an artist teach you how to do like an easy canvas thing. I say
Ooh.
she because
Yeah.
it's Magnolia Network, so therefore Joanna Gaines. Um and she has this plant expert, and for those who don't know, I mean, if I bring a plant into the home, Mike's immediate response is, 1, "Why did you waste money?" And 2, he looks at the plant and says, "Welcome to your death."
I know when you text me that, I read it to Tommy. He was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't think she's that bad." I'm like, "I don't
Oh, it's
know."
bad. Look, man, I excel at most home-related things. The
Mhm.
baking, the cooking, the entertaining, like, I love all that stuff, but you put a plant in front of me, and I either overwater it, underwater it, I get it too hot, too cold, I do all the wrong things, and it's very overwhelming for me, and I live in Texas, which is not necessarily the easiest to raise plants, but I'm talking to somebody who lives in Arizona, so,
It's
um
a whole different, like, you have to learn you have to take the time to learn about each individual plant because, like, what's good for one it's like kids. What's good for one plant isn't good for the other.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and it's funny to me because it feels like that's something that my personality would like, but when it's put in front of me, I'm like, "I don't got time for that."
Yeah, it's
And so
definitely
but this masterclass, they have the plant expert guy, and I'm kind of, like, watching it in the background as I'm doing work. It was kind of like one to have
mhm.
on, and he's, like, reeling me in. He's like, "Oh, this is a great starter plant," and I'm just like my eye is slowly starting to twitch. I'm like, "I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna have to sneak it. Mike's not gonna be happy, but I might
Just tell
try
them it's a
again."
fake plant. Yes. I
But
love it.
yes.
No, it's a whole journey, and I mean, like I said, every plant is I'm out the window looking at my plants. Um, It's trial and error, but it definitely is something that, like, I've acquired later on in life. Like, growing up, my
Yeah.
mom had, like, a full-blown garden in our backyard and stuff like that, and she's done the pumpkins and the gourds and
Mm.
all of that stuff. But my mom has a whole different, like, life theory on them. She just plants them and is like, "Whatever happens, happens." And so but I like to, like, research the plant and, like, what
Yeah.
nutrients and how often you have to feed them. She's like, "You have to feed the plants? I just let mine go." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Well, we're all not that lucky." So
I did think though this next time because I am doing some revamping in my office
mhm,
and I'm going to have shelves and I'm like, okay, maybe that I could, start with some plants in there because they're going to my issue is like if they are not in front of me, like
mhm,
right in front of me, then I forget. And I'm like,
yeah,
Bleh," they just go by the wayside. So one that I had like on the kitchen island, I was really good at taking
mhm.
care of that. And then we went out of town and it went kaput. But um, I'm like, "Well, maybe if I do it in my office," but I feel like there has to be apps now, right?
Oh,
Where
there
you
is.
could
Yeah,
where you put it in and you're like, "This is the plant and I watered it on this day," and it'll, like,
yeah.
shoot you a little reminder of like, "Okay, it's time to check it and
I
see if
think
you
it's
should
called
water
Picture
it."
This,
Yeah.
and you take
Okay.
a picture of your plant, or if you don't know what the plant is, like,
Yeah.
I've been out on walks and I'm like, "Oh, I love this," and so I'll snap a picture and then it will say, "Oh, that's what this plant is."
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that app, so if anybody wants to get into it, I believe it's Picture This, if not, we'll add it to the notes below.
Yeah.
Um, you can put in, like, when you water it, but then it will set it on reminders, like, you need to water, you now need to fertilize, you need to do this with your
See,
plant.
this is what I need.
Yeah, it's definitely come in handy, and then it tells you, like, if your plant is sick, or you're like, "Hmm, this is turning brown." You take a picture and it will diagnose it and say, like,
Okay.
root rot or whatever it might be. So
Okay.
but yeah, I got a ton of plants at the nursery. I got some beautiful vines. I'm just praying that they take off, and then last night on top of it, I was like, I bought myself because just I do, my birthday gift, and I got calendars that tell you, like, I got a flower one and then a vegetable one, and it will tell you what to plant each month and then what to start your seed transplants for the
Ooh.
zone that I'm in because of obviously being in a desert zone.
Right.
Um, and so it's nice to see, like, what's coming up in the next few months that you can carry. So
Yeah.
then I went online and, like, ordered seeds, and Tom was like, "Didn't we just buy?" I'm like, "Yeah, but you
It's
could
an
buy, like."
addiction just to
Yeah,
get
I was
used to
like,
it.
"This full-blown plant is, like, $8, but the seeds are, like, $4, and I get, like, triple the amount."
Yeah.
So it's just taking time, but, just one day I'm manifesting a huge garden home in the middle of a
Oh, I
forest
love
with
it.
plants.
I love it. I know. You know how they say, like, the best friends are or not the best friends, but the good friends to have are the ones with boats so that you don't have to be the one who owns it, but you still get to
Yeah.
enjoy it? That's like my best friend here has an herb garden. I'm like, "Yo, I'm
Yes!
coming to get mint."
I always say that to my bestie here. We just went out to lunch, and uh, I had to pull my lettuce before it started bolting because then it
Uh-huh.
gets bitter. I'm like, "I have fresh lettuce, I have
Mhm.
mint, I have all these herbs I'm pulling up." Like, I have bell peppers the other day, and I was like, "Mom, do you want bell peppers? Do you want basil? What do you need?"
Yeah.
So, yep,
Yeah.
that is
That's pretty cool.
definitely my well, speaking of all the spring things, let's spring into our topic today of Easter.
Such a great transition, Chels.
It is. This
Nice.
is
Ooh, oopsies, sorry.
this is
Yep.
Melissa's favorite holiday, if you did not
Thank
know. So, Miss
you.
Queen of
Well,
Easter.
okay. It's, like, as far as celebrating the holiday, I don't know that it's my favorite, but aesthetically, it is, like, my absolute favorite. Yes, it is. The pastels and just I don't know, all of the beautiful spring and the florals and just I love the aesthetic of it. It has kind of like a little bit of cottage and a little bit of fanciness to it,
Mhm.
So yeah, it's just my favorite. I have not been loving the stuff that I've been seeing in Michael's this season for Easter.
I cannot
That's
tell you the
usually
last time I
where
went to
like
Michael's.
ours is right by our Target. I feel like you and I live like opposite as far as like literally it takes me if there are no lights, it would take me 90 seconds probably to get to our Target parking lot.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
dreams.
yeah, and so our Michael's is right there, like, everything is right there, so I'll, like, pop into Michael's really quickly?
If I had
But
no lights, the quickest I could get to our Target is probably 35 minutes.
See, I wanna be that person, but I don't think I can be that person. Like,
Yeah.
I like my amenities, man. It's so easy and so fast. It's just
Mhm.
so nice. Um, but
Are
yeah,
you is
so
Target having good stuff? Again, I don't go into these stores, y'all. I'm an online shopper
Target
true and
does
true.
have yeah, I feel like Target stuff is cuter. Yeah, Michael's stuff, I don't know. I think it was it's just a
Is it
little
brighter than yours?
it's
Like
brighter. It's a
uh-huh.
little brighter and it's a little just cartoonier, I guess,
I
if
could see
that
that.
makes sense. Just a little more childlike
Mhm.
versus like a little more elevated Easter.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so if you guys didn't know, Easter is that one that floats around. My husband's birthday is in April, so I'm always like, okay, where's that falling in
Mhm.
relation to Easter this year? So Easter is April 9th, and I actually, for the second year in a row, am not going to offer Easter
You're not?
pre-sales. No. So,
Why?
um, my
I
business
have
is
everyone
just
else's reaction too. You're
I
not?
know. Well, my business is just continuing to evolve.
Mhm.
So it's just evolving more, and I'm picking up more work related to social media and marketing stuff, and just kind of leaning more into online classes and all of that stuff. And so, classes I've got a better grip on doing online classes now,
Mhm.
as far as what's involved and what's manageable. And it's just time consuming. It's time consuming to create a class, it's time consuming to develop classes, and so I'm just trying to give myself breath in doing that and being able to create detailed stuff and push my techniques and things that are outside of necessarily a pre-sale design, because when you're doing pre-sales you have to make things pre-sale friendly, I always
Yeah.
say, versus more of like what you can do in a custom set. And I've just really missed doing custom sets, and I don't do them based on what my business is doing. So I'm
Mhm.
just giving myself I'm not doing Easter cookies. I'm just not doing pre-sale Easter cookies.
Are you doing like a pop-up flash sale?
No. I will offer I always donate Easter cookies to our
Aw.
neighborhood event.
Uh-huh.
We always have it's probably our biggest neighborhood event. The kids just love it. And they do like different Easter egg runs for different age groups and
Oh, how
stuff at
fun.
different times. And so I always donate a bunch of Easter cookies to that. So I'll do that, but I'm just kind of backing off on the really intense like rush of doing like 800 cookies in a week, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
And more so like, but I'm still definitely doing like some of the pre-sale master classes and designing for stuff like that. It's just
Mhm.
I'm not necessarily physically doing a lot of them. So it's exciting transitions and it's stuff that I want to do. But yeah, I actively tomorrow, as we film this, tomorrow I'm finishing up my Easter cookies, like from a content standpoint and stuff, and getting cookie cutters made. And I'll be doing like some tutorials for that for my Patreon. So that's kind of like my Easter fill and
Yeah.
Easter offering. But obviously, your business is very different than mine,
Yes.
and you absolutely will be doing Easter cookies
I
for the
100% will be.
holidays.
I'm excited for
So,
this Easter. I mean, truthfully, I like both aspects of Easter. Like, I love the classic Easter sets and the very, like, springy and, like, not always just the bunny, but, like, the birds, like the Miller's, wife, is it?
yes, the Miller's wife, the
Yes.
Miller's wife.
Like, I
Yeah.
love that type of design, and so I'm gonna go a little bit that design this year, but I also do keep the like, kids ones just because they sell so well because the holiday being geared towards kids. So, kinda having that mix. I do always do dozens for Easter because I feel like it is more of a dozen-esque holiday, but I try and offer, like, one, like, detailed set, which I do know and a lot we've both preached it, like, try and keep it. I know what my limit is though on like what I can crank out in mass production, even though it is more detailed. Because some people do want that like fancier Easter
Yeah.
set, and that's fine, but I'll limit how many of those I offer.
Yeah.
And then I have like a generic Easter
Mhm.
where it's easier to crank out at a
Yeah.
mass
I do
amount.
feel like florals are an easy way to, like, elevate the Easter like, the more detailed stuff for
Mhm.
Easter because they're honestly very quick to create, and they, like but they give a lot of impact, like, people are always like, "Whoa,"
Yeah,
you
I
know?
just don't like doing the like over and
That
over
motion
paperwork.
over and
Then I'm
over.
like, ugh, because
Yeah.
that just ends up hurting. But yes. So when it comes to Easter, obviously Melissa said it's on the 9th. I might actually I'm gonna end up posting and asking if it's gonna be a Thursday or a Friday night pickup.
Mhm.
I'm gonna guess my group is gonna go Friday night pickup and
Mhm.
just kind of keep it there. Um, yeah. But I would like maybe for Thursday night just because it can
So when
eliminate.
would you start making cookies then? If it's on a Thursday night generally?
I would
Do you
start that
still just
Saturday,
start
the
on
1st.
Saturday? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I generally allow myself, like, 4 or 5 days to bust out
Yeah.
everything, so it's all fresh. Um, so, yeah, so then that I would have to have my cookies posted around I'd probably post them the 25th,
Yeah.
24th, 25th, like, a week before really starting, just because, if you have not listened to mine and Melissa's presale episodes in the past, and this is your first time, we both kinda leave our presales open a little bit differently. Mine are typically open and close 36 hours, I would say, is pretty pushing it for me. Right around that 20 to 24 hours, mine end up getting shut off. So if I
Mhm.
post on the 25th, I'll already know my amount by the 27th and then can go in and get
Yeah.
everything ready to go. So, yeah, so that means I shall start announcing this week when I'll be posting.
Yeah. What you'll be
So,
doing.
yeah, I'll start taking some surveys and stuff, on it. I know look at me being ahead. I already purchased some of my cookie cutters that I
Ooh, what
wanted
did
to
you
I
get? What kinda
know.
stuff?
I got new bunnies,
Mhm.
new Easter baskets. Yeah, kinda just updating them. I've had the same bunnies for, like, 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need something just for myself
Yeah.
to switch it up creatively.
Yeah. Totally.
Um, so I got some of the and I love spring ones. I love Easter in general, like, I don't host it, but I love the spring flowers and the
Mhm.
burlaps, and again, it goes with, like, your garden and all of that. Like, when we were
Yes.
at the garden center, they had these, like, beautiful baby's breath and tulips. I was like, "One day when I am rolling in the dough, I'm gonna have, like, an entire, like, table of just flowers,
Mhm.
and people can take pictures in front of it." Like, I'm living, like, the Kardashian dream,
Yes.
but with all real flowers. Well, I mean, they do, but you know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I do love it. So I'm excited for that. But when it comes to packaging stuff, what do you find when you are doing pre-sales? Like, what is your usual go-to on packaging things?
My go-to is usually I prefer pre-tied bows.
Yes.
Um I do pre-tied bows and I use them not just for bags. I will actually take out the little pre-tied part on the back of like the big like 4-inch or 5-inch ones.
Mhm.
And I used to do hot glue, but actually I have found that double-sided sticky tape works just as well and it's less messy for me.
Oh, nice.
So I use just double-sided sticky tape on the back of those big bows and I'll put them, like, to the side at the top of boxes too.
Yeah.
And so it kind of, like, finishes out my boxes. So, I used to, like, go through and get all the seasonal ribbon and stuff like that when I would see it at the stores, but now, like, just my aesthetic, just to keep it easy and straightforward for myself, I go pre-tied bows, like, generic colors. I
Mhm.
do love, like, I do have some jute bows that I love
Yes.
for Easter stuff. And you're finding more and more of them. I mean, I do think that Nashville Wraps pricing is still better, but if you're in a pinch, they do offer a lot of pre-tied bow options now on Amazon.
I feel like your
Way
Nashville
more than they
Wraps
have.
gets to you so
Oh, mine
fast.
gets there so fast, so fast. And I always so when you were talking about when you would list like your sale, just for reference, even though I'm not listing a sale this year, most likely, I usually post mine like a week before whenever Chelsea usually
Yeah.
posts hers, opens hers, but I leave mine open longer. So I leave my window open longer sometimes even than I feel like you do. Um,
Yes.
but I do try and open it early just to give myself some grace of like, okay, what's really popular and
Mhm.
what do I maybe need to buy more of? So a bow or like certain boxes or something
Mhm.
like that. But yeah, generally, and I don't know if it's just because like Dallas is an easy hub um for like, I don't know, for postage or whatever, but I get stuff fast. I
I feel like
really
you got it, like,
do.
next day without the next day delivery.
I know.
Mine's, like, 11 days.
That's why I never pay for the extra expedited shipping. I, like, always chance it because it generally, like, gets here that quick.
Um,
But yeah, that's my go-to. Now, I haven't done before, but I do always recommend to people because I know it's super, super popular and it's always really, really cute for Easter, are the little egg crates. People put little, like, paint your own eggs in them is really popular. And also, have you seen Cookie Printable Shop's new
I have, it's so
box?
cute.
Is so cute. It's the treats for my peeps,
Mhm.
and it is so, so cute. And yeah, I would totally do that. Peeps are always a hit, I feel like, at
I've offered
Easter.
Peeps before, but now I'm like, "Dang it, is that something I wanna" I'm trying to my minis I gotta narrow down.
I was gonna say the Peeps are a great, easy mini offering.
Yes, hands down.
If we hear screaming, it's because my children are being put to bed and not enjoying it.
Um, I agree with you, though, on the ribbons. I love
Mhm,
the burlap.
mhm,
Like, just if you get a ream of burlap in, like, a baby pink or baby blue or
mhm,
orange or just any of the pastel colors in the, like, satin ribbon, and then use the burlap behind it because it's a little bit more steady, and just double lap those. Those
mhm,
are always super cute and then easy to make. Um, I love the jute bows that you have, and
mhm.
then I love the raffia. Like, I have to order more of those. Oh, those are my favorite because they make it look more, like, vintagey, even though it could be, like, a cartoon-esque look.
Mhm.
It just matches everything.
It really does. Those are so cute, and you know what? If you get those now,
I use them
those
for
are
fall.
they're really well, I used them at fall for Halloween because I did kind of that, like,
Mhm.
vintagey Halloween, but they are great for, like, teacher appreciation too, I feel like.
Oh, I haven't seen them as much on that. I'd have to
Yeah,
look
I
at well,
think,
like,
like, that could
coffee and stuff,
be
yeah.
yeah, I think it could be so cute for coffee or anything related to, like, pencils or,
It
like,
could be really cute on Mother's
chalkboards.
Day because Mother's Day always ends up being very soft and,
Yeah,
like, whimsical if you
yeah.
offer Mother's Day cookies. Um,
I just feel like that burlap color comes out a lot with school sorts of cookies.
Yeah, I definitely can. I always go bright
You
on
know?
my school stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I end up using up my extras, which we've talked about also is making sure that you're making the best investment for your business,
Mhm.
is those are great for Thanksgiving. So I
Yes.
end up using all mine up for Thanksgiving. And then if I do it more of a vintage look on Christmas, I'll pull for that too. But if not, then it carries back over to Easter.
Yeah.
So those are always really good go-tos for
Yeah.
that. Go ahead.
Oh, another one, I mean, you'll see these everywhere, but just little mini Easter baskets are great for like putting minis in or putting your DIY kits
Mhm.
together in or your dozens even. But I've been seeing those all over the place and those will start going on sale soon too, like especially at Michael's. I feel like they're probably already getting ready for summer stuff.
They're gonna clear it out before it's even here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of Michael's, I know in the past I found them there, and I've also found them at the dollar store, is the eggs, like, they're larger eggs. Um, they have, like, a clear top, and you can put the cute, like, Easter hay stuff in it, and
Mhm.
then the mini cookies in it, or you can do personalized cookies, that are a little bit larger and setting them inside. I'm trying to see if I had a picture from my past of it, but, just little things like that those end up being super cute and colorful. Just make sure like you grab enough of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Oh, because they do sell out. I'm gonna show Melissa.
Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and then one of the other ones that I do love is what would you call this?
Paint
That
your
little
own.
no, I know it's paint your own, but the like crate.
Oh, I'm trying to zoom in. Oh, that's a
We'll be
half
posting it
shell.
here.
It's like a half shell crate. It's called like it's like a muffin tin crate, isn't it?
Kind of like I don't know. You
It's a
guys
clamshell. Clamshell.
one of those. I love those for that vintage look, and we'll post it here. So if you're on YouTube, which this is only going to be on YouTube right now,
Sorry.
you'll see what we're talking about. But yeah, I just love that type of look because then I throw the raffia bow on top with it,
Mm,
and it's
mhm.
super simple. You can buy these in bulk, um, and just putting like little Easter eggs or a carrot patch or something tiny in
Mhm.
them. And
Yes, the bunny bait is popular too, the
yes,
little carrots. Mhm.
yes, you can get those containers on Amazon. And
Mhm.
then they're also cute for, again, because we want to use them over and over.
Mhm.
Valentine's Day, like the fries before guys, or
Mhm.
dad's little small fry when it comes
Mhm.
to Father's Day.
Mhm.
So you can use those for that type of stuff. But again, it's
Yeah.
just, I think, all about the bow and the way you wrap it.
Yeah. Ones that have been really popular for me in the past too have been, personalized paint your own Easter eggs.
Oh, that's cute.
And I just do them all in white, and I
Hmm.
just, like, do, like, an Easter egg sort of, like, design on an egg shape, but I leave the middle open, and so they have their names, and those were always super, super popular, so easy to bust out, but people did those in Easter baskets and stuff like that. Those were really popular. So that's kind of what you're, like that's what people are really shopping for, I feel like, are, like, Easter baskets. It's less with teacher gifts, but it's more like they're hosting or for kids' Easter baskets, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Hands down, the Easter baskets are.
yeah. So minis, anything personalized, those are gonna be popular. And then,
Oh, okay.
if we're thinking drop cookies, what kind of flavors should people be thinking about? Maybe like a carrot cake with like cream cheese frosting sort of drop cookie would be delicious, like a lemon poppy seed sort of drop
Mhm.
cake would be great. What else?
You know, I love my orange. Like, I love
Oh,
orange
yes, the
scone
orange
types. Oh,
cranberry sorta stuff, or, like M&M ones, but they've got the really cute pastel,
oh,
Easter
yeah.
pastel M&Ms these day right now, so that would be really
My
cute.
birthday cookies, I got from Dee's Bake Shop,
Uh-huh.
and she I have it right here because I was gonna snack on it. Hers is orange pecan.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's really good. So,
yeah, that's a nice flavor.
that could be something I always think, like, light and citrusy
Mhm,
for, Easter,
totally.
um, kinda offering that different flavor. Also, I feel like Easter is really big on like, the
Mhm.
decorating kits for
Sure.
that, just because it keeps kids busy, or people like myself, I hate the smell of vinegar. So, I hated dyeing Easter eggs when I was little. I would
Oh,
have
I see,
loved to just,
okay.
like, decorate my own freaking Easter eggs with frosting other
Yeah.
than buying something. So I love from oh my gosh, I always get this wrong. Is it BRP?
Yes.
Box Shop?
BRP
Okay.
Box Shop,
I'm always
mhm.
like, is it BPR or BRP?
Yeah.
BRP Box Shop, I love the little baskets,
Oh,
like, that you
yes,
can fold
yes, yes,
into.
yes, those
So
are great.
yes,
Mhm.
I love those because it's still in a basket-esque sense.
Yes.
So I think
Yeah.
it's really cute that you can already have that presented with a bow, and then somebody can
Mhm.
add in their own, like, little Easter egg candies and stuff and present it to a family.
Yes.
I also try and put my dozens in those baskets when it comes to Easter,
Mhm.
because if I have them, might as well use them, and I typically have that for Valentine's Day, so I just purchased,
Mhm.
and so I just carry those over into Easter. So that
Yeah.
is something too. They do have quick shipping, like, that's
Yes.
usually within the same week.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are gonna be more bulk orders, though. It's like that's one of those ones where you just, like, gotta breathe it out, you know?
There is one oh gosh, we'll link it below or insert it here. I'll look it up. One of the options that one of the larger companies offers when you buy in bulk is you have I think it's 30 days or 60 days to pay.
Hmm.
So you can order, It is a little bit more costly when it comes to shipping. However, it gives you that grace period of payment.
Mhm.
So payment is not due the day you purchase them,
Oh, that's
but you can
cool.
have them in. So then that way, if you know, like, hey, within this month, I'm going to be doing my pre-sale,
Right.
I'm going to make the order. I know I'm going to need roughly around this much. And
Mhm.
then you can pay that off within 30 days.
Yeah.
So once you get your pre-sale money in, you can just pay it off. So you're
Yeah.
not also like me waiting for the last minute of it and being like, "Oh crap, I need it this week."
Right.
So,
That's cool.
yeah, I wish some companies would offer that, especially when, like, you're really new and starting up your business, just
Yeah.
giving that, like, 30-day grace.
Yeah.
But
It's just hard though, because if people don't pay, you can't really get the product back.
nope, you just
Yes.
send them to collections.
Yep.
So, that's the fun part. But yes. So, anything else on your thoughts on Easter packaging as far as
My only other thing is just remember, guys, that if you are using, like, I'm sorry, any of the packaging stuff like the grasses or the
shred?
shred, do not let that touch your food product. So make sure that your cookies are heat sealed. Um, it's just that stuff isn't like, you know,
It's not food safe.
it's not food safe. It's not meant to touch that stuff. So just make sure that your stuff is heat sealed before putting it in that. And make sure that, you're dusting your cookies with cornstarch. If you've used airbrush or pen, no matter how dry you think it is, guys. The thing
Yes.
is, it's a humid time of year in a lot of places too. And
Mhm.
so it's that humidity will kill ya with that. So yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, we can't wait to see what your guys' Easter collections look like. Clearly, Miss Melissa
Yeah.
is ahead of times again, and we'll have that stuff up. And you'll see mine here like right around Easter. So
Yay.
look for them then. But with that being said, thank you for joining in on another one of our episodes and catch us next week when we have a new and fresh episode out.
Whoop whoop.
Yes, but I am Chelsea with Rolling in the Dough AZ.
I'm Melissa with Missy P Sweets. May your cakes never be dry.
And your cookies be shiny and crater free. Have a great one, guys.
Bye.